Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Now we have some entries from our Make Fun of Hillary contest, and we will be announcing a winner very soon. But first, let's take a look at a video from Al Parker. In his video, a joke that ain't funny.
One of the ideas for a Hillary is the Wicked Witch of the West, with the faces of her many evil familiars grafted onto the bodies of the flying monkeys. I always found it interesting that Hillary and Billary seem to surround themselves with physically distorted, angry misanthropes such as Robert Reich, Donna Shalala, James Carville, and Madeleine Albright. The Clintons had apparently tapped into the psychology of physically repulsive people who were angry at the world with a thirst for political power to use as payback against the normals, like the Morlocks feeding on the Eloi in H.G. Wells' Time Machine. Or how about that creepy Star Trek episode where a bitter, rejected girlfriend takes over Captain Kirk's body so that she can be the captain of the Enterprise, like a bitter old Hillary having to use Bill Clinton as a front and beard for her own warped ambition. How about depicting her as the revenge-driven brain that wouldn't die? That old 1950s horror schlock classic about a woman whose scientist fiance got into an auto accident that killed her body but left her head alive thanks to his scientific acumen. Naturally, being a dismembered head in a dish of blood is a rather unpleasant experience, so the bodiless woman becomes unhinged, using her hate-driven mental powers to control a brainless body that just happens to be laying around the lab to do mayhem. I thought this the perfect metaphor for her domineering relationship with the philandering, distracted Bill Clinton as she acted as shadow president. I began to craft the video for the contest, but something kept me from exploiting the idea of a funny Hillary. Alex, you have used comedy very effectively to cut pompous leftists down to size, but Hillary is something quite different. Can we really afford to laugh at the woman who started out her career as a crooked intern during the Watergate scandal, a senior citizen robbing crooked shyster in Whitewater, the woman who presided over the massive Clinton body count in Arkansas, the theft of the FBI files that adversely influenced politics for decades, not to mention the kidnapping of Elian Gonzalez, the bombing of the Serbs, the destruction of the Middle East and the Benghazi compound? Imagine using a charitable organization to pass government secrets and favors, and in the process steal millions. This avaricious woman may just be the most despicable and dangerous figure in modern times.
That was a great video, Al. Now we go to Greg Cochran, who has a funny take on a game show.
Welcome to She Did What? I'm your host, Line of Sight. I'm here with
Tommy Swami.
Tommy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Are you ready to play?
I am.
Okay, even though you're only a contestant, you still must buzz in, okay? All right, our subject today is Hillary Clinton, and our first topic is Travelgate. Are you ready?
Travelgate, I think so.
Okay, here we go. First question. How do you help a relative get a job at the White House Travel Department? Tommy.
I'd help them with their resume. I might give them a few pointers on how to present themselves at the job interview, and I'd write them a nice letter of recommendation.
Those are great answers, Tommy, but I'm sorry you're wrong. The actual answer is no, you would bypass the whole process by having 7 employees and fired, and then you would discredit their boss by having him investigated by the FBI and the IRS. That's right, the FBI and the IRS. Tommy, tough one. Let's check your score after round 1. What do we got? Oh, big goose egg so far, but that's a tough round. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, Tommy, next topic is Whitewater. Whitewater. Here we go. Okay. What do you do when your friend asks your law firm to handle their business for a shady ailing savings and loan? Tommy.
Well, because I have morals and standards and I'm a pretty honest guy, I probably wouldn't even take on the case, Linus.
That's a great answer. I'm sorry, Tommy, you're wrong. The actual answer is no, your greedy nature sees the money that can be made, but eventually you have to request the destruction of those files. Oh, that's a tough one, but we have another question on Whitewater. Let's get right to it. Here we go. What you do when you find out that your friend and lawyer has just committed suicide? Tommy?
Oh, I would express my sorrow. I'd buy flowers for the funeral, and I might even write a eulogy to say at the funeral.
Oh, Tommy, I love your spirit, but actually you're wrong. I'm sorry, the correct answer is no. You put your chief of staff in charge to raid Vince Foster's office before the police can get there and seal it. So, Tommy, let's check your score after this round. That's another tough one. Let's see what you got. Oh, still running to 0. Okay, let's move on to the next round. Okay, Tommy, our next topic is Benghazi. You ready?
I am.
Okay, here we go. After the assassination attempt of the British ambassador to Libya, what do you do when the U.S. ambassador to Libya, Chris Stevens, requests added security personnel from your State Department? Tommy?
I would immediately send reinforcements to make sure that American lives were protected.
You got a great spirit, Tommy, but I'm sorry you're wrong. The actual answer is no. You actually reduced the amount of security personnel 1 month before the Benghazi attacks. Let's move on. Our next question is still on Benghazi. Here we go. How do you respond to the loss of 4 innocent American lives in Benghazi? Tommy?
I would offer my condolences to their family, and I would express my gratitude for their services to America.
Oh, Tommy, your childlike innocence is really appealing, I have to tell you, but I'm sorry you're wrong. The true answer is no. Your blackened heart tells Congress, what difference at this point does it make? Oh, that's another tough round. Let's check your score at this point, Tommy. What do you got so far? Let's see.
And to last, but certainly not least, we have Michael Dorman with his video, Hillary at Bilderberg.
Now, we the Bilderbergs have picked out the next U.S. president, Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary, you know you must prop up a facade as if you have some supporters and make it look like these elections actually matter.
Hola. ¿Cómo está usted? Oh, escribe.
Madam Secretary, what are you doing?
I'm signing up illegal immigrants to vote for me.
That is against the law. We're gonna have to report this.
Oh, no, you won't. You will get your union to back old Hillary, or I will see to it you Border Patrol don't carry a single sidearm. You'll have to fight off the drug cartels with sticks and stones.
You're the witch of Benghazi.
You wouldn't do this to your fellow Americans, would you?
Quicker than you can say fast and furious. Hola!
Hey, Hillary. What are you doing?
I'm re-registering dead Americans to vote for me.
Oh, how trendy. Will you sign your book for us? We actually read it. We're the only ones who read it. We're from the American Federation of Teachers. Trendy teachers. We've been trying to email you.
Yeah, well, I've been deleting my emails lately.
We lobby for students, and we're really concerned about the national student loan debt. It's getting really out of control, and we're hoping you're not on the side of the big banks that won't let the students declare bankruptcy. So maybe you could just forgive all the student loan debt on these trendy kids, and then we won't have to back Bernie Sanders.
Feel the burn, baby.
Now you listen here, you two queens. You will get your debt slaves to back old Hillary, or I will jam their butts with a compound variable interest rate that will turn their debt from thousands to millions.
What about the students?
You wouldn't abandon anyone like that, would you?
Just ask Ambassador Stevens.
Well, I feel butthurt.
Yeah, I think I can get some supporters.
Good. And Hillary, we have chosen your vice president.
Who? Who is it?
Hillary, what difference does it make?
And that's the end of our segment, but stay tuned because coming up after this break, we have a replay of David Icke on the Alex Jones radio show. You don't want to miss it.
Brain Force is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
One of the worst things with most energy products is it's not sustainable, right? You're gonna crash and gonna feel really bad afterwards. This has a bunch of different antioxidants and compounds and polyphenols.
Everybody's on these drugs to knock their brain out because the brain's so fried.
We kept changing this formula over and over and over again until it became sort of a grand puzzle. For example, the L-theanine inside of it, that is activated by the different compounds in the yerba mate that we put inside of it as well. This just increases the compounds you already have.
This is what you're actually designed to run on.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a car will run on one form of junkie gas, but it runs really good on what it's designed for. You will find Brain Force, Survival Shield X2, and other game-changing products at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.